Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, May the 10th. My name is Ian Shepard, and I'll be your teacher today. I'm the owner of Right Start Newcomer Services, and today we've got a great lesson. It's all about Canadian culture. So if you want to learn English, if you want to learn more about Canada and more about Canadian culture, maybe you just want to look at me and listen to my voice, that's okay too. No judgments here. So hopefully you learned something today. Thank you very much for tuning in. But before we get started, as always, I'd like to acknowledge that Right Start Newcomer Services conducts business in Chibuktuk, which is how you say Halifax in the Mi'kmaq language. This city is part of the ancestral unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This means that when settlers came, the Indigenous people did not surrender their territory, but instead signed treaties between Europeans and the Mi'kmaq people. As a business, we are committed to upholding these treaties as we continue to build relationships between settlers, newcomers, and Mi'kmaq people. Okay, great. Hi, Bay. Welcome to today's lesson. How's it going in Brazil? I hope everything is well there. Is anybody else watching? So if you are joining us, maybe this is your first time here, this is a very interactive session, so please put your questions, comments in the comment section. We'll share it, and that's how we can learn English together. So say hi, ask questions, participate in today's lesson, however you want. And if you're watching the recording, thank you so much, and I really appreciate you watching our recording as well. And we've got a few more comments. So Rodrigo, hey Rodrigo, good morning. How's it going in Chile? Good, I hope. I hope you're doing well, Rodrigo. And Michelle's here. Hey, Michelle. Michelle's my wife, if you don't know that. So thank you for watching, Michelle. She speaks English very well, so I don't really know what she's doing watching today, but maybe she just wants to support me. So that's great. And hey, Vicky from Argentina. How's it going in Argentina, Vicky? So glad you can join us today. Okay, so let's get moving with today's lesson. So as I said, today's lesson is about Canadian culture. So we've got a few things planned. Mainly we'll discuss what is culture. We're gonna do a really cool quiz about Canadian culture. So we'll talk about what is culture. We'll do a little brainstorming. So a brainstorming means that you give your ideas, everybody thinks about ideas, and we share them and discuss them. Then I'll give you a quiz. So we'll see what you know about Canadian culture. Some of the questions are pretty easy, some are not so easy. So by doing this quiz, we'll be practicing our English, thinking of vocabulary, and also listening to the questions and processing those questions. And then finally, if you stick around to the end, I have a gift for you. So you get to hear me sing Canada's national anthem. So I'm not sure if it's a gift or a punishment because I'm not the best singer in the world, but I'll do my best. And we will do a listening practice. So I'll try to sing the anthem. You listen along and try to fill in the missing words. So that'll be a good way to practice your listening as well. So does that sound good with you guys? I hope so. Okay, let's move on. So before we can talk about Canadian culture, we have to talk about what is culture. So think about it. What is culture? What does it mean to you? And can you put your answer in the comment section? So what is culture, or what does culture mean to you? Vicky says yes. Okay, so yes, you want to hear me sing, or yes, you know what culture is. Yes. Okay. So still waiting for an answer of what you guys think culture means. If you want to look it up in another language, you can, and put it in English in the comment section. So Rodrigo says clothes you wear, what you eat. So definitely clothing is part of culture, and food, what we eat, is definitely part of culture. So I'm sure, I haven't been to Chile, But if I go to Chile, maybe people will wear different clothing from what I'm used to in Canada, and maybe they'll eat different food from what I'm used to. So definitely food and clothing are a big part of culture. So great job, Rodrigo. What else? So Vicky says, for me, culture, many things. I don't know how to say it. Okay, that's why we're here. So you're right. There are many parts of culture, and maybe it's hard to explain exactly what culture means. Okay, and customs. Okay, that's great. So customs are behavior, traditions, things that you are used to doing because maybe your parents, your grandparents did those things, so they passed them on to you. So maybe we could say like ways of living. Okay, great job, Vicky. All right, so I'll share my definition. So the definition that I found online. Oh, that's a good one, Rodrigo. So language, yes, idioms. So those are expressions. Language is definitely part of culture. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But language definitely is part of culture. Okay, great job, Rodrigo. So let's read this definition. So take a moment. You may want to read it on your own. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger so you can see it there. So I'll give you a second to read it, and then I'll read it. And see if you agree with this definition. Okay, so culture is a word for the way of life of groups of people, meaning the way they do things. Different groups may have different cultures. A culture is passed on to the next generation by learning. Culture is seen in people's writing, religion, music, clothes, cooking, and in what they do. Oh, hey, Abdullah's here. Hey, Abdullah. Welcome to today's lesson. You're in Halifax. I hope you're doing well, Abdullah. Okay, so this definition is basically saying that culture is a way of life, and you can see culture in clothing, music, religion, writing, many different parts. And we talked about a few more before. We said, what else? Music. That says music. Anyway, there's so many parts of culture. We could spend 1 hour just talking about what culture is. But I think everybody understands culture when they see it. And especially if they go to a different culture, like when you arrive in Canada for the first time, you will notice that the culture is different from what you are used to. Okay. So the next question is, what do you know about Canadian culture? So what is Canadian culture to you? Maybe you've seen movies, you live in Canada, you visited Canada before. What do you know about Canadian culture? And you can say, maybe don't say if it's good or bad, but what are some of the things you might know already about Canadian culture? Did everybody have a good weekend? I did. We had some fun. We went scooting yesterday. Rodrigo, you're a fun guy. So Rodrigo, Inuit. So Inuits and igloos. That's what lots of people think about Canada. So Inuit are the group of Indigenous people who live in the northern parts of Canada, where it's cold, snowy most of the year round. So there are definitely Inuit people living in Canada. So you're right, you got that one. Igloos. Okay, what is an igloo? I'll do my best to draw an igloo for you. So basically, an igloo is an ice house or a temporary shelter in ice. Most igloos are not blue, but they might look something like this, made out of different blocks of ice. Anyway, you get the idea. So Inuit or other people in the north might have built igloos to stay in. Maybe usually they lived in igloos, but nowadays not so much anymore. Maybe temporarily when they're traveling, they might use an igloo, but I don't think anybody lives in an igloo all the time. But it is definitely part of our culture because people know about it. And so you're right, but not many people live in igloos anymore. Okay, thank you, Rodrigo. Next one, maple syrup. Okay, so maple syrup is a food that we make from a tree. So the maple tree, special kind of maple tree, you can make a very sweet syrup that we put on pancakes and other kinds of food. Okay, that was a great one. Thank you, Rodrigo. You know a lot. Vicky says Canadians are very polite people. I think you have a spelling mistake for people, P-E-O-P-L-E. But you're right. Canadians are known to be nice and polite. Mostly, right? Mostly that's true, but always when we say everybody is polite, that's wrong because I know a lot of unpolite, mean, nasty, bad people in Canada. So we have lots of bad people too. So most Canadians are nice, some are not. Okay, oh, people, and you got it that time. So Vicky, you got people right that time. Good job. Vicky also says that you have a lot of diversity, a lot of immigrants. Okay, so let's spell that word, immigrants, because we will talk about this later. So spelling immigrants. So you are very correct. Canada is known as a country of immigrants because almost all of the people in Canada immigrated at one point in history. So, I was born in Canada, but my great-great-grandfathers immigrated from Ireland and Scotland many years ago. And Canada continues to bring new immigrants every year to grow its population. So you're right, Canada is definitely a country of immigrants. Okay, good. We got the spelling right now. French culture melted. Yes, melted. I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but definitely we have aspects of French culture because, the French were one of the founding peoples of Canada. Well, they helped to shape our country because many French immigrated in the 1600s and on. So we still speak French as one of our official languages. So definitely in parts of Canada, the French culture is very important. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by melted. Anyway, maybe you can explain that one, Rodrigo. Okay, great. So I think we know some about Canadian culture. We know quite a bit. So we talked about immigrants, French culture, Inuit people, igloos, being nice, and a whole bunch of things. So, and exactly, most Canadians, let's say Canadians, are friendly. You're right, Abdullah. So not all, like we said, most or many are very friendly. Okay, great. Let's move on. Thank you, Abdullah. So I just wanted to say that I think we discussed this a little bit. Canada being a country of immigrants, Canada is a very multicultural country. So we have people from many races and cultures living together and adopting the Canadian way of life. So I think that's very important. Canada is multi means many, cultures. Canada has many people from different cultures. And we live together mostly happily, and people are allowed to keep their own cultures and traditions alive. So when you come to Canada, you can practice any religion, you can love who you want, you can listen to whatever music you want, you can speak whatever language you want, but you are expected to learn some English or French to become a citizen of Canada. So one of the things I like most about Canada is its diversity and multiculturalism. So these are very important parts of Canada. And to understand Canada, you need to know that it is very multicultural. And most Canadians think that this is a very good thing, myself included. Okay, I think it's time for our quiz. So this will be fun. I want to see what you know about Canada. Maybe you'll learn some new words. Maybe you'll just practice your spelling. But this is a great way to have fun and learn at the same time. So this is our Canadian culture quiz. Altogether, we have 20 questions plus a bonus question. So if you want to get out your pencil and paper, you can write it down, or you can just enter your answers in the comments section, and we'll see who knows the most about Canada. So Abdullah, you might have an advantage because you're living in Canada. Michelle, you might have an advantage because you were born in Canada. We'll see who knows the most about Canada and Canadian culture. Sound good? Give me a thumbs up. You don't have to. I shouldn't tell you what to do. You can give me a thumbs up if you want, and I'll know that we're ready to go. So here are the first 3 questions. Feel free to put your answers in the comments section. So number 1, what are the 2 most common languages in Canada? Number 2, what is the most common religion in Canada? And 3, Indigenous people. So Inuit, First Nations, and Métis. These are the original people who lived in Canada. What percentage, so Indigenous people make up about what percent of the Canadian population? So I gave you a hint. Is it A, 14%, B, 4%, or C, 21%? And we have a comment from Vicky. This is fun. Okay, good. This is fun. I'm having fun. I can't speak for everybody, but hopefully you will have fun and learn a little bit. So think about your answers for 1, 2, and 3. If you want to put your answer in the comments section, we will check if it's right before I give you the answer. Or if you're shy, write your answer at home, and then we'll go over and see if you are correct. Okay, Bay has some answers. So English, correct. French. So English and French are very much the 2 most common languages in Canada. So English, number 1, French, number 2, spoken by about 21% of the population. And then third would be probably Arabic, Chinese, and then other languages. So Bay got number 1, perfect. Number 2, what is the most, oh, by the way, you're not allowed to use Google for this quiz. No Googling the answer. You have to use your noggin and see if you know the answer. But no Google, okay? So number 2, Catholic. So I'll give that to you. Yes, I was thinking like Christianity, which also includes Catholic, Protestant, Anglican. So I'll give you number 2 as well, Bay. So Catholic or Christian is the most common religion. Second most is no religion. Third most is Muslim, and then several other religions. Okay, and number 3, good job, Bay. So great, you got the first 2 correct. Rodrigo, English and French, Catholic, 14%. And Vicky says also English and French, Protestant, and 14%. Most languages are English and French. Okay, great. So let's show you the answers because I think we got most of them right. English and French, Christianity. So like I said, that includes Catholic, Protestant, many other different denominations. And finally, 4%. So only 4%. So maybe we got that one wrong because a lot of people said 14%. So even though they are the original people in Canada, their population is now quite small, only about 4%, but this number is growing. Okay, so give yourself a score. Did you know 1, 2, or 3 of those questions? Okay, great job, you guys. Let's move on. Now, let's talk a little bit about the Canadian government. So, question number 4. Canada has a blank system of government. So, do we have communist government or do we have democratic government? Number 5, who is the leader of Canada's government? So, who is the person's name or what is their job title called? So who is the leader of Canada's government? Number 6, what are Canada's colors? So Canada has 2 colors. What are those colors? And last one, where is the capital of Canada? So I'm looking for the city where the center of our government is. And if you look in the picture, you can see a building, our Parliament building from that city. Okay. Again, Bay got some of them right. So number 6, official colors, red and white. Very good. So you can see that in our flag. So the Canadian flag has red and white. Those are Canada's official colors. So you're correct. Ottawa is the capital city. So a lot of people think it's Toronto, which is Canada's biggest city, but it is actually Ottawa. Which is a much smaller city, but it is our capital, our nation's capital. So great job, Bay. Awesome. You're rocking it today. And Vicky says democratic. You are correct. So we have a democratic system of government, meaning we have a vote. So all Canadian citizens can vote in our elections if they're over 18 years old. So we get to vote, we get to choose who the leaders will be. So I'm very happy that we have a democratic system of government. Number 5, who is the leader? Justin T, Mr. T. What's his last name? So I'll give you half a mark for Justin T. But what do you think his last name is? And Rodrigo's close. Prime Minister? So yes, so that is his job title. He is our Prime Minister, and his name is Justin Trudeau. Spelling is a little bit wrong, but you're close. Hey, Edith. Welcome, Edith. So you're talking about the last page, English and French, Christianity. Number 3, what was that? Anyway, I think it was 4%. Number 4, we are democratic. Yes, so you are on track. That's another spelling for Trudeau, not quite the correct spelling. So I will show you the correct spelling, everybody. We got democratic. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. So it is a French name, and it's a French spelling. So O-E-A-U. Justin Trudeau is our current Prime Minister. Did you know his father was Prime Minister back in the 1970s and 80s, even in the 60s? So he was Prime Minister for quite a long time. His father, Pierre Trudeau, was the Prime Minister. And you got it, Bay. So Trudeau, maybe you know him. He's quite handsome. People love him. I don't know. Some people love him. Some people hate him. But he's quite handsome and, yeah, very popular. Okay, and Canada's official colors, we talked about that, red and white. And we said the capital city is in Ontario and its name is Ottawa. Okay, good, you got it. I don't want this to be stressful, right? So don't get stressed out if you don't know the right spelling. It's just fun, right? It's fun and it's a way for us to practice our English. So everybody good? Let's move on. We've got lots more questions. All right, this is fun. So I was trying to think of what is Canadian food, right? Again, you know, Canada is multicultural, so all different cultures have different kinds of food. You can get Chinese, Indian, Nigerian, all kinds of different foods in Canada. But I was thinking of 3 Canadian foods. So what is number 8? This is a very famous dish in Canada made with French fries, poutine. Sorry, I said it. Oopsie. French fries, cheese, and gravy. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. That's okay. Number 9, these are like a dessert. And we have these places where you can buy these very sweet desserts all across Canada. And finally, number 10, I think we said it before. Somebody said this. This is something that comes from a tree made into a very, very sweet substance we put on our food. Okay. So let's go. Number 8. Who knows number 8? I see Sadia's here. Sadia's cheating a little bit because I know she lives in Canada and she's a teacher. So I'm going to give her a sec, give everybody a sec, people something. Okay, so let's show Rodrigo's answers. So French fries are part of it, but we add other stuff. So I'm not going to give you full marks for number 8. Number 9, you got it, donuts. So donuts are like a cakey type of food. They're delicious. I have to say that I love donuts, especially Boston cream. Boston cream is my favorite donut. And if you get a chance, try a Boston cream. Apple fritters are good too, but I think Boston cream are the best. And then finally, number 10, maple syrup. Yes, maple syrup is correct. We're still missing number 8. Let's see, somebody has number 8. Edith, you're so close. So poutine, actually it's spelled poutine, or I mean French would pronounce it poutine. Poutine, Sadia's got the right spelling. Poutine. Poutine. Have you had it before, Sadia? Is it delicious or not delicious? Some people love it, some people hate it. Myself, I like it quite a bit, but makes you pretty fat, so only have a little bit at a time. Okay, Sadia got also maple syrup, and she got donuts. So we will see different spellings of donuts. D-O-U-G-H, that's okay, or just D-O-N-U-T, that's okay. Very good, Sadia. And donuts, Bay got number 9, donuts. Vicky, you got donuts, but only one end, donut. They said maple something, ha ha ha. So maple syrup, I think she was talking about number 10. And very good. Edith got donuts and maple syrup, very good. Sadia said, oh, sorry, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to answer. I was kidding, Sadia. Of course you can answer, I don't mind. And Leanne, hey Leanne. Leanne said poutine, very good. And Sadia says, no, she just likes the regular fries. So she doesn't care for poutine. And Abdullah randomly said pizza. I love pizza. Pizza is a very Canadian food, but many countries have pizza. America, I think every country has pizza. So that's why I didn't choose that one. But you're right, we love our pizza. So check your spelling. Poutine, donuts, and maple syrup. So if you're writing it down, keep track of the spelling, learning lots of great words. So we are halfway through our quiz. Hopefully you're still here, hopefully still having fun and learning. Let's move on to the next one. So this time I thought about clothing. What are some clothing that Canadians might wear, especially in winter? So as you know, Canada has a pretty long winter, and there are some special clothing that we only really wear in winter. So number 11 is what you might wear on your head. Number 12, what you might wear on your feet. If there's high snow, what can you wear on your feet to walk on the snow? And number 13, what is the thing that you wear to keep you warm in the winter? Okay, so this is a little tricky. So number 11, 12, and 13. And while you're, oh, Edith, that's okay. Don't apologize for your spelling, right? It's great. So you're learning. Don't worry. Don't ever apologize to me for your spelling because we're here to learn, okay? Okay, great. Sadia says maybe just some cheese, but didn't enjoy the extra gravy sauce on it because there aren't many halal meat options with poutine here. Maybe true, but some poutine is vegetarian. So I checked, and like Costco, for example, they serve vegetarian poutine. I don't know if that's halal though, so you might have to ask. But I think it is possible to get vegetarian or halal poutine. If you don't know, halal means the meat is killed in a certain way according to Islamic traditions and law. So I think you can get halal poutine somewhere in Canada. So Leanne says boots, not quite the answer I was looking for number 12. Rodrigo says jacket. So yes, I was looking for like winter jacket is okay. Or there's another word that starts with P for jacket, not poutine. Another word that starts with P. And Leanne says most poutine is vegetarian, I think. So I think you can ask, so is this vegetarian? And they will tell you, but you know, there is lots of meat options as well. Okay, so number 11. Did anybody get number 11? All right, I'll definitely try them. Okay, just make sure you might want to ask them. I don't want to give you bad advice and have you eat something that you're not supposed to. Okay, great. Thank you for answering, you guys. If you're not sure what 11 is, we would call that hat a toque. Toque, T-O-Q-U-E, or some people call it like a winter hat. So maybe that's a new word for you, toque. And often toque will have on the top, we call that a pom-pom. So a toque with a pom-pom. See, you're learning more about Canada already. And Vicky says a hut. So hat, I think H-A-T. A hut is a small home. A hat is something you would wear on your head. So good job, Vicky, just the spelling H-A-T. Number 12. Nobody got number 12. So these are special shoes. I think they were invented by the Inuit people to walk across the snow. So they are called snowshoes. There's a new word for you, snowshoes. So not the boots, but the special shoes for walking on the snow are called snowshoes. There you go. So maybe you learned a couple new words today. And finally, the last one, we said jacket. Jacket is okay. Winter jacket is better. Or parka. We would call that a parka. So parka is a large winter jacket, usually with a hood. H-O-O-D, hood, that you would wear over your head because Canada's cold and windy. So you need something to cover up your head, your body, and keep you warm in the winter. Okay, no problem, Vicky, no problem. Hat, H-A-T, no worries. Okay, so hopefully you learned a couple new words here. So toque, wear it on your head. Snowshoes, you wear them to walk across the snow. And a parka, you wear it to keep warm in winter. Great. You guys are doing awesome. All right, sports and hobbies are a big part of culture too. And in Canada, we love sports. We love playing sports, watching sports. And most kids play some sport when they're growing up. Okay, Rodrigo, great vocab. Okay, great. It's useful if you're coming to Canada. If you're going to live in a warm country with no winter, then maybe not so useful. So hopefully it is useful. So 3 questions. Let's see what you know about sports in Canada. Number 14, what is Canada's official winter sport? Think about that. What is Canada's official winter sport? Number 15, if you like baseball, lots of Canadians like baseball. What is Canada's professional baseball team? We have one professional baseball team now. We used to have two. And number 16, what is our professional basketball team called? Again, we used to have two. Now we only have one. So Damanta says hi. Hi, Damanta. Do you know what Canada's winter sport is called? And I'll give you a hint. There is a picture of a person playing this sport. So the guy in green is playing this famous winter sport. I used to play. As a kid, I played a lot. I used to watch it on TV. I don't play anymore because I'm not big and strong enough. I would probably be in the hospital if I still played. Oh, you're so close, Edith. You're missing one letter. So you wrote hokey, but let's try again. Try your spelling again. But I think you know the answer. The answer is hockey, ice hockey. Hockey. How would you spell hockey? Hockey. You're so close. Yes, you got it, Edith. Hockey, Hockey. And Bay got it too. Great job, you guys. So this is called hockey or ice hockey. There are different types of hockey. So ice hockey is in the winter, and we can also play field hockey, which is outdoors in the grass in summertime. So great job, those of you that got hockey. And Rodrigo has a question about hockey. Is ice hockey a year-round sport or just in winter time? Usually just in winter. So most of Canada does have summer. Some people play all year round, but the really good players, the professionals, the kids who are really good, they might play all year round, but most people only play in winter time. And when it's on TV, it's only usually in winter time. In summertime, we might play road hockey. So as kids, we would get our net and all our friends and our equipment, go out on the road and play hockey on the road. And then when a car comes, you got to back up and move out of the way of the car. So we do play road hockey all year round and ice hockey in winter. So great question, Rodrigo. And Rodrigo says, okay. Okay, great. So we got hockey. What about baseball? Do we know the name of the baseball team? I'll give you a clue. It's named after a bird, and it is in Canada's biggest city. So any baseball fans out there? Or you can answer number 16, our basketball team. They won the championship last year or the year before. So they're a very good team named after a dinosaur. Okay, 5 seconds to answer. Can anybody get it? 5, 4, Sadia, where are you? 3, 2, Michelle, answer. 1. Time is up. Nobody got number 15. Okay, that's okay. They are called the Toronto Blue Jays. So a blue jay is a very famous bird, common in Canada. Our baseball team is called the Toronto Blue Jays. That's okay that you didn't know. Not everybody likes sports. That's okay. Not everybody likes Toronto in Canada, and that's okay too. Some people think that, oh, Toronto, they think they're the best. It's the biggest city. They're so cool. Some people don't like that, but I don't mind Toronto myself. I like visiting there, but I don't want to live there. It's too busy and crazy for me. I like Halifax. Halifax is nice and small. That's another thing about Canadian culture. It's a very big country and very spread out. So you have a lot of regional things. So I live on the East Coast. We have our own culture. Central Canada, like Ontario, has their own culture. Quebec has a totally different culture because it's French. Out west, the West Coast, like Vancouver and those places, is a different culture. And Alberta and the prairies are different cultures. So you'll see different cultures all across Canada. And in the north, especially, there's a different culture. So Rodrigo says, sorry, we don't know. No problem, Rodrigo. And you prefer soccer. That's okay, too. So soccer is also very popular in Canada. Good job. You said soccer. So that's what we would call it in Canada, whereas lots of other countries call it football. But we have another football. We have like American football or Canadian football, where you throw the ball instead of kick it with your feet. So great job. You knew the word soccer. So that's great. And finally, last one on this page is the Toronto Raptors. So Toronto Raptors are the basketball team, and the Toronto Blue Jays are the baseball team. Okay, great. So now we know. NBL, so National Basketball, I think maybe you mean NBA, so National Basketball Association. So that's where the Toronto Raptors play. So that's the name of the professional league where the Raptors play. Okay, we've got four or five more questions. Okay, and then we're going to move on to our national anthem. So this one should be easy. Canadian symbols. So symbols are maybe animals, drawings, pictures, something that represents Canada. So I thought of two. One is this animal on the left, and the other is, we've already seen it, we've already mentioned it, it is on our flag. So what is that thing? So what's the animal, and what is that thing that the person is holding in their hand? Number 17 starts with the letter B. They're very busy. They like to chew trees. So the trees fall over. They live most of the time in the water. And Edith got it. It is a beaver. So beaver is a very important animal for many reasons. One is that it was important in our history because many European people came to hunt the beaver because the beaver fur was worth a lot of money. So they could hunt it and trade for it, take it back to Europe, sell it, and they used to make hats, beaver skin hats or beaver fur hats. And they were very popular and very expensive. So that brought a lot of people to Canada. It wasn't Canada then, but it brought a lot of people to the land for this animal. And still we like beaver. So beaver is on our money. And we like beavers because they're always busy. They work a lot, they work hard. So we like the expression busy as a beaver. And very good. So great job, Edith. Rodrigo got number 18. That is a maple leaf. So coming to Canada, you'll see the maple leaf everywhere. On our money, on our flag, on buildings, in logos of businesses, you'll see it all over the place. So you'll see maple sheet. You're close. So maple leaf, L-E-A-F. And exactly. So Edith, Rodrigo, you got it. Vicky, I think you had the right idea, but maybe spelling was a little bit off. So great. Those are symbols. You will see both of these symbols everywhere when you come to Canada, on our clothing, on buildings, signs, flags, all over the place. Last one. You guys are doing great. There's the spelling if you didn't get it yet. And last one. So let's talk a little bit about holidays and celebrations. So I thought of 3 holidays in Canada because, you know, holidays and celebrations are a big part of somebody's culture. So what holiday is on July 1st? What holiday is on November 11th? And tricky one, this is a bonus question. Which holiday is on December 26th, right after Christmas? So Christmas is December 25th. What is next after Christmas? Okay, I'll give you a couple minutes to think about those ones. And if you know the answer, put them in the comment section. Or if you don't know, just say you don't know, and there's no shame in that. Maybe nobody knows. That's okay. That's why we're here, right? Have no idea. Okay. So Independence Day, sort of. Thanksgiving Day, not really. But good guess, Vicky. Abdullah says July 1st is the breath day. Do you mean birthday? If you mean birth, B-I-R-T-H, day, you're very close. You're on the right track. Bay says has no idea. That's okay. Black Friday. Good guess. Not quite Black Friday. Nope. No. Actually, Canada, maybe you don't know this. Canada has a different Thanksgiving from America. So they celebrate Thanksgiving on a different day than us. Ours is usually earlier in October, most of the time. Okay, so probably the biggest national celebration is Canada Day. So Canada Day is Canada's birthday. You can think of it like that. When Canada became a country. So Canada became a country 1867 on July 1st. So each year we celebrate Canada's birthday on July 1st, and we call it Canada Day. November 11th is actually Remembrance Day. So this is a holiday all across Canada. We have this day to remember the soldiers who fought for Canada's freedom. The soldiers who fought in World War I, World War II, and other wars. It is Remembrance Day. And Edith, you're very close. Remember Day, remembrance. So remembrance, close to remember. And the meaning is to remember the people who died. And exactly. So Sadia got it, Remembrance Day. Finally, the last one. Sadia got that one too, Boxing Day. So also in Canada, we have Christmas as a holiday. The day after Christmas is another holiday called Boxing Day. And I'm not exactly sure why it's called Boxing Day. Some people say you put your things in boxes, you clean up the boxes. I really don't know. So maybe that's your homework. You can find out what is Boxing Day and why is it called Boxing Day. So great job. That is the quiz. So you can add up your score. You can check to see what you remember about Canada. Hopefully you learned some new words. You learned a little bit more about Canada's culture, and you got to practice your spelling. Okay, awesome. Any questions about the quiz that we just did? Was it fun? Was it bad? Was it boring? Was it cool? I'd love to hear your feedback. All right, I don't want to keep you too long. So how did you do on the quiz? Let's talk about Canada's official song or anthem. So Canada's official anthem is called O Canada. Bawani says, altogether 12 holidays in a year, right? I don't know. I mean, I haven't counted them. And I mean, there are more than 12, right? But we have official holidays. Sometimes we call them statutory holidays. And those are the days that everybody gets off work. So altogether, I think there are 6 or 7 statutory holidays. But there are many other holidays where we don't necessarily get a day off, like Easter Monday, Thanksgiving Day, Victoria Day is in May. Altogether, there are, I don't know, dozens. And depending on where you live, some holidays are provincial, right? Quebec has a holiday, but no other parts in Canada have a holiday. Nova Scotia might have a holiday where the other parts don't. So that's a tough question, Bawani. There are lots of holidays, right? And, oh, we have a question. Thank you for your question, Bawani. Something like that. So winter jacket with A. I think you're talking about what you wear over your head attached to a jacket. So I said the answer was hood. This is a hood you put over your head. And then, you know, some shirts have a hood built in. We call it a hoodie. Hoodie. So we'll learn more. That makes me think of Thursday's class. Thursday, we will talk about clothes shopping. So we'll learn more words about clothing, hood, hoodie, all that fun stuff. So if you can come on Thursday, check it out, and then we'll learn lots of clothing words then. Okay, and Sadia she did some research on Boxing Day. So it says, you're right. The name comes from a time when the rich used to box gifts to give to the poor. Boxing Day was traditionally a day off for servants. And the day when they received a Christmas box from their masters, the servants would also go home on Boxing Day to give Christmas boxes to their families. So I was a little bit right, but thank you for sharing that with us. So back when people had servants, the masters used to give presents to them on Boxing Day, and they would give them an extra day off. Awesome. Thank you, Sadia. Thank you for doing that research. How do you write it? So hood, yes, you got it, Vicky. Just only for Nova Scotia. Yeah, so maybe in your job, Bawani, you might have 12 holidays, right? And different jobs have different holidays. Some holidays are not days off, right? So it's hard to say, you know, there are exactly 12 holidays. Okay, so last thing we'll do, let's do our national anthem. Our national song is called O Canada and became our anthem on July 1st, 1980, but it was first sung in French 100 years earlier. So the English version came around and then it became our national song or national anthem. Okay, now let's do a listening activity. So this should be fun. So I will sort of sing. I know I can't sing very well, but your job is to listen and write the missing words. Okay, so this is great. If you have a pen, you can try your spelling. If you know the words already, that's great. You can write them down. So I will try to sing, and you have to listen, write down the words of our national anthem. Okay. If you don't like my singing, just push mute. It will be over soon. Okay? All right, here we go. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Okay, I'm sure you're applauding. I will bow. Yes, I'm basking in your applause. Sorry, I know my singing voice is not very good. That's why I'm a teacher and not a professional singer like Drake or Michael Bublé or Celine Dion. Okay, let's see what you got, guys. So we have some answers from Vicky. Our home and native land. You got it. Our home and native land. True patriot love. You are right. So 2 for 2, Vicky. True patriot love in all of us command means we love our country very much. With glowing hearts, we see the rise. We see Canada go up. So we see Canada rise. The true north strong. Whoops, we didn't get to that one yet. So land, love, see the rise. Where were we? The true north strong. So you got that one, Bay. The true north strong and free from far and mixed up the next one a little bit. From far and I'll write them in as we go. So our home and native land. True patriot love. In all of us command, with glowing hearts we see the rise, the true north strong and free. I think we got up to here. Okay, I think Rodrigo got the next one. From far and wide. Oh, Canada, we stand on. Yes, you got it. Bay, you got it. You corrected. Guard. So, the true north is another word for Canada. Canada is the true north, the northern part of North America. We are strong and free. We stand on guard. Guard means to protect. So we are ready to stand up and protect Canada in case, the Americans come and attack us. We will protect it. God keep our, I think Rodrigo got this one too, land. God keep our land, glorious and free, very good. And then we repeat, oh Canada, we stand on guard and guard for thee. Thee is actually a tricky word. Thee means you in Old English. So we stand on guard for you, Canada. We will protect thee, we will protect you. And also it rhymes with free. So you got it, Edith, land, wide. Rodrigo, you did a great job. I think you got pretty much all of them. Great job, you guys. So I have the official answers here. So that's your homework. Practice singing. If you want to share your national anthem with me, that would be really cool. You can email it to me. So basically, that's the end of today's lesson. I know it's 12 o'clock. We're out of time. We talked about what culture is. We brainstormed about culture. We did a quiz. And then you got to listen to me sing our national anthem. Vicky says that I sing pretty well. Are you sure, Vicky, or are you just saying that to be nice? I know that singing is not my best quality. So thank you for saying that. That's very sweet. Sadia says, bravo. Yeah, I know what I am, and I know how good of a singer I am. But thank you guys for saying that. Like I said, feel free to get in touch with me anytime. So go to our website. We have some other practice activities you can do there for free. Or you can email me, info@rightstartcanada.ca, just to say hi, ask questions, that type of stuff. So thank you, Vicky, for attending. Great class. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you coming to class. You're being such great students and participating and asking questions and answering questions. And I hope it's useful for you. Remember, on Thursday, we'll have another class all about clothing. So going clothing and shopping in Canada, online shopping, and also face-to-face shopping when that can happen again. You're very welcome, Rodrigo. See you on Thursday. You're welcome, Bay. Hopefully see you on Thursday. And you too, Edith. Hopefully We'll see you on Thursday, and you're very welcome. So bye, everybody. Have a great day, and see you later.